In the last 4 years only, we've been generating millions of dollars just for toy brands, and in this video I want to show you exactly why most of the time toy brands are stuck and can't actually grow their sales. I will show you exactly the system that you as a toy brand owner need to use if you actually want to scale your business. This system here can be used for any type of toy brands. Think about general toys for kids, games, puzzle games, board games, DIY, slimes, everything that basically is within the toy industry. And the reason why this system works is because it's specifically designed to work for toy brands. I will actually show you the 4 main pillars that are going to help your brand grow. This is your website, so how you should build your website in order to maximize the conversion rate. The offer, so how you should build the offer and position the offer in order to make it convert. The content, so what type of content you need to create in order to make sales. And then finally, the performance marketing side, so how you should actually structure your performance marketing strategy, what kind of channels to use for paid ads in order for you to maximize the overall sales and growth of your business. So in this video, I will show you again why 99% of toy brands never scale and the real system that you should actually use, and we use in our agency to generate the result that you see right now here on the screen. And the thing is that most toy brands here are stuck under 30k a month because they think content alone can help them scale, or they run ads before fixing the foundations, which is exactly the main issue that I want to cover in this video and I want to help you solve. And these are, guys, some other results from our clients within the toy industry. This is like in December we were able to go 150k in revenue with a 4.37x return on the ad spend, which is crazy high, of course. This is a recent brand that we actually got in August, and as you can see, the performance has been crazy because since August we were able, as you can see here, to go from 9k a month, 16k, 23k, 22k, 62k, 150k, 47k, and 54 and 61k now in March, and the month is not even finished, so most likely we're gonna end the month of March at 100k as well. And you can find other case studies on my YouTube channel. These are also some clients' testimonials and feedbacks that we got. As you can see, this system actually really works, and we're getting some amazing feedbacks from our clients, as you can see here as well, and we're also getting some introduction to other brands as well. So guys, this system literally works, and the only thing you need to do is actually understand how it works and apply it for your brand as well. So if you have a toy brand and you're stuck under 30-50k a month in revenue, the reason why probably you're stuck at this number is because you're either focusing only on content or you run ads without actually knowing the foundation of the ads and you don't know how to actually run them. So this is the graph that you need to look at that contains the 4 pillars of a successful toy brand. The first part here is content, of course. This will bring you to 20-30k a month, but rarely is going to bring you above 100k a month. Then it's gonna be the website, and this is usually misunderstood by a lot of people, and there are a lot of brands, a lot of toy brands that actually underestimate how powerful their website is, especially when they have a lot of different products and a lot of different SKUs, because the website is where you're actually going to show the experience. You need to let people feel the experience that they will have once they start using and play with your products. Then we have the offer, so I'm going to teach you exactly how to properly frame your positioning and the offer of your brand in order to make it convert. And then finally the performance marketing side, which is the paid ads and the email marketing. And the paid ads here is the only system that will actually allow you to scale above 100k a month, even like 1 million a month. You can literally go way above and beyond with your paid ads if you do them right. And the only thing that can stop you here is either your production capacity or your shipping country. So let's say you can only ship in one country, then yeah, probably you cannot scale to 1 million a month. But if you can ship to multiple countries because you have your logistics set up and properly in place, then this system is even gonna help you to scale beyond 100k a month. So this is gonna be basically the entire system. Let me start from the first element, which is the offer. So what is the actual offer? The offer is basically a mix of positioning and incentives that you give people to buy. And most of people think that offer is like 10% off, 20% off, but it's not only that, but it's also the way that you position your brand and your products within the market. So good positioning and strong incentives makes a good offer, which leads to more sales and technically also an increase in the overall return on the ad spend if you run ads. The offer is how you position your product and what are the incentives you give people to buy your product. So for instance, let's say, now let's have a very simple example, which is the slime brand. So slime brands can sell different type of slimes. You can have a DIY kit, you can have brands focusing on food-based slimes, you can focus on replica slimes, so on slime they are replicating specific products. You can be just a generalist and have some creative ideas, maybe slimes that are sparkling. So like there are a lot of different things that you can do, and the thing here is that the way that you're going to position your brand is going to affect the offer and the actual conversion rate, because if you offer specifically some products that position your brand in a unique bracket within the overall market, and then you're going to succeed. And this is how you want to build your offer. You don't want to be a generalist, you want to go for a specific niche, and you want to be known for the specific positioning. This is how you're going to dominate, absolutely dominate the specific niche within your market. And then after do that, of course, you can start slowly expanding into similar niche and then slowly take more market share, technically even, I guess, your competitors. Here, the goal is to find a unique positioning for your offer that differentiate your brand from the others. After that, you want to also build some incentives. The incentives are like what actually is going to push people to buy, because they feel the offer is so good that they cannot say no, they want to actually buy it. And there are like a lot of different ways for you to do that, but technically the reason why you want to have incentives is because you want to improve the AOV of your orders, because the higher the average order value of your order, the higher also the ROAS can be, and the higher the profits per order that you're gonna make will also be. You can also make an offer more appealing if you have some specific incentives, like for instance free gifts, free shipping threshold, or buy one get one. So for instance, buy two toy get one free, or buy three get one free, buy four get one free. You can experiment a lot of different offers for your brand and see the one that works specifically. And the way that you're going to test this is by using paid ads, because with paid ads you can technically see all the different data, including the conversion rate for each specific offer that you're running, which is something that technically you cannot actually test if you only run organic. Then the second pillar is the website. Your website must offer a fun and unique experience, and this is very important, guys, especially for toy brands, because you need to ask yourself why people do actually buy toys. And the reason why they buy it is simply because of the feeling that they experience when they play with the toys. And think about it, if you cannot already let people feel their experience while they browse the website of your brand, of course they're not gonna buy. So you need to make sure that your website is already kind of delivering this experience and let people taste the experience that they will feel once they get the real products, so the actual products on their hand. So your website must be optimized to let people imagine the experience that they will have once using the product. And this is just an example of one of our existing client. And so what we basically did here, we basically turned their very simple website into an actual proper branded website, showing the overall brand positioning and the experience of the products that people can actually enjoy the moment that they actually buy them. And this is also another example of a product page and how it was before and how it was after. So as you can see, there are like a lot of different elements here that are going to actually let people better experience the product. For instance, here you guys can see that there is only one simple product image, while here we also start introducing videos, because people need to visually see how they can actually experience the product. And that's something that a lot of brands don't do. Most likely they have just some images in their product listing and that's it, and wonder why like they cannot make enough sales or the ads don't convert. So in order to have a proper website structure, you need to make sure that your website is basically built on all these sections, especially your home page. Of course, you need to make sure that all these elements are kind of spread across the different pages of your website. This is mainly the home page, how it needs to be built. You need to have a proper hero section with a clear headline, visual, and CTA. You need to have some trust elements around the page, think of like badges, guarantees, and safety marks. And safety marks here are very important, especially if you're selling toy to kids, because parents that technically buy the toys want to see the safety of the specific product. So having safety mark and have some certification, these kind of things, is going really to help you boost the trust in your actual brand and product. And this is why people are going to buy as well, because one of the barrier that people have when they try to go and buy your products is actually this one. Is the product actually safe for my kids? Then you want to have some social proof bar. Think about like reviews, number, any press release that you've been, your products and your brand have been featured on, any product in action. You need to show the product in action. You need to show some videos and demo of the product. You need to have a benefit section, which is specifically for parents and for their kids. Offer section, which is basically all the bundles, discount and urgency. And this is very important because here you wanna test all the different offers that we talked about before and see which one is the best offer that converts and gives you also the highest AOV. You also need to have a section for how it works in case you have a specific product or anything that needs to be described. Of course, this is not technically for the home page unless you have a specific website that you're selling only a specific type of product. Usually this section is more like for a product page rather than technically a home page or like a general page. And you want to have product highlights that shows the key feature of the product, reviews and UGC, especially video UGC from your community, from your creators and from your customers. And then finally, you want to have a FAQ section, risk reversal and final CTA. So the FAQ section is a section where you want to handle all the objections like, do you ship to my country? How much is the shipping? Do you offer refund? How can I process a refund? So think about all the questions that people can ask themselves before actually buying your product. Is the product safe? Yes. Why it's safe? Okay, you need to explain everything within the FAQ section. Then we're gonna have the risk reversal. So technically, you ideally want to have some money back guarantee and be like, hey, if the product is not good, you can have a money back. Of course, there are different kind of products, so you cannot offer the money back guarantee on all the products. For instance, most likely you cannot offer a money back guarantee on slimes because once people they use it, they cannot return the actual product. And so, yeah, you need to understand what kind of products can this actually be applied, because I don't know what your brand is, I don't know where you're selling, and so you need to actually shape all these different suggestions specifically for your brand. And then we go into the next pillar, which is content, and this pillar here is going to help us start making some sales. And content is not just making some sales organically, but it's also going to help you create all those foundations that you need to overall scale your business. Because if you have good content, at the end of the day, you need content to run ads. So the moment that you want to scale your brand, you need to run ads, and if you don't have good content, you cannot make any sales with ads, and then ads are not going to convert. So in order for you to make ads succeed, apart from having a good offer, a good website, and then good products, of course, you need to have some good content that are going to convert. This good content will not just going to convert your organic audience and give you some organic impressions, but they are also going to convert when you run them as a paid ad. And this is exactly what we want to do. And for this reason, content are the most important thing when it comes to growing your business. If you don't know how to create content, you need to learn. So this is basically going to be the number one key for success. You can have a bad website, you can have a bad offer, but if you have good content, you will still make some sales. However, the reverse doesn't happen. So if you have a good website, but you have bad content, there's no reason why people are going to buy your product, because there is no content that are selling the experience that people will have once they actually use the product. And that's why content is the most important thing. And I've seen actually this many times. So even if with a bad website and bad offer, there are brands that still are able to make even 10-20k a month only by having the right content for their audience. So what are the most important content that you need that specifically work for the toy brands and the toy industry and audience? First thing you want to do is having some founder videos, and these are important. Why? Because you're basically going to show the behind the scene of building a brand, everything that you do in order to create this product, why you've created this product, if you have a specific story. And story-based founder ads are the ones that convert most of the time better than any other creatives. That's why these are the priority here. The second one, which is as good as the first one also, is video showcasing your product's benefit. And this is like a video where you can show your product in action. If you have a DIY kit, you want to show a video where you show how the actual kit is made. So you actually going from the packaging to the actual unboxing until you finish the product. So you actually want to show the experience that people will feel once they start playing with the toy that you're selling, in this case a DIY kit for whatever you're selling. Then you also want to have other content like customer reaction and product experience. Customer reaction here are very important, specifically for the middle funnel and bottom of the funnel audience. Think about everyone that already knows your brand, or they know a competitor brand and they want to buy a similar product to yours, maybe from your competitors. Then they see the review on your ad and they're like, oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. Because maybe in the video your customer says something that is going to trigger the reason why this person wants to buy, and then you're gonna get a customer that was considering to buy another brand from your competitor. So this is something also you need to consider. And as well, this video ad, which is like a testimonial from one of your existing customers, can also work to convert the audience that you already have. So think about all these people that you target them through ads, so they can watch your videos, but they don't actually buy. They haven't bought anything yet. And so with these testimonial videos, you're going to push them a little bit more down the funnel and give them maybe the little push they need in order to buy the product. Then think about also fun content, because at the end of the day, what we're selling when we sell toys is selling the fun experience of the toy. Then depends what kind of toy you're selling, but like at the end of the day, you're selling the experience that people will enjoy, the fun experience that people will enjoy by using the toys you're selling. And so what you want to do, you want to show the actual fun experience using fun content. Think about like customer reaction, people reaction, everything within, this type of content that are going to let people visualize the experience that they will have once they buy your product and use your product as well. Now, all this content here will be specifically used for both organic and paid ads. So as you probably understand, these are your foundation for a proper scale, because without the right content, you're not gonna make any traffic, you're not gonna make any sales. That's actually very simple. And then finally we go to the last pillar, which is paid ads. And this is the only pillar compared to the other one that is going to help you actually scale. And if you have the right content, the right website, and the right offer, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to scale your brand. And so for all our clients, we actually suggest them what offer to build, how to build the offer. We even help them to make the website, and we even help them to create content that can use organic and for ads as well. So when it comes to paid ads, we have a very in-depth of experience of what is working, what is not working, specifically for toy brands. First thing, when you have content, again, you're gonna have your organic distribution through YouTube, IG, and TikTok, but most likely this organic distribution is going to bring you to 20, 30k a month. You rarely will be able to scale past 100k a month unless you have a very, very big audience, of course. And then you have the paid part, so you can use the same content to run paid ads, and this is going to unlock the scalability beyond 100k per month in revenue. So this is basically going to explode your business. And when you think about paid ad strategy, what you want to think specifically is like paid ads, it's simply just gasoline added to your fire. Think like you already have your content that are driving you probably 5, 10, 20k a month in organic revenue. The organic sales is basically your fire that your brand already has, and the ads will be the gasoline. So if you pour the gasoline on the fire, everything going to explode, which is what technically is going to happen to your business as well. So by having good content already generating organic sales, this is basically the foundation for you to scale. And ads are just going to expand and explode this much more. And this is the proof, guys. As you can see, this is one of our clients for a slime brand specifically, and we were able to scale this brand very high. So we literally exploded everything in his business, and as you can see, it was a mess in the warehouse. So literally, like, they couldn't keep up with the amount of orders that they were getting thanks to the paid ads and the strategy that I'm gonna show you right now. So before we dive into it, what channels you actually need to advertise on? You have two main channels here. Primary channel, which is Meta, so Facebook and Instagram. Secondary channel like YouTube and TikTok. Even if you might think, oh, TikTok and YouTube probably are good because my audience is like toy, and people most likely the AOV is lower, so people might go to TikTok and YouTube to buy this product. Most of the time, the best performance comes from Meta, so Instagram and Facebook. That's why this is going to be your primary channel, and then you have your secondary channel. But my recommendation is for you to focus directly on the primary channel first, and then you can go on the secondary channel. This is basically the meta ad strategy, the most simple meta ad strategy that you can most likely implement by yourself and still get very good results. Probably this strategy cannot bring you to like 200k, 300k a month, and you scale you above and beyond. But this strategy is definitely going to bring you around 100k or even slightly above 100k a month if you do this correctly. So the first thing that you need to do here is set one specific campaign, optimize for sales conversion, and optimize for the single event purchase. And then this campaign, it must be a CBO setup campaign, and you want to have different ad set for different batch of creatives. So each single ad set is specific batch of creatives, and inside each single ad set you want to have 80 to 30 ads inside. Technically even more, even like 50 ads. The more ads you have inside a specific ad set, the better the performance will be. As also Meta is recommending, you should have less amount of ad set and more amount of ads inside a single ad set. And then what you're gonna do here, you're gonna have all different ad sets with different content inside, and the more content that you create, the more ad set you're going to add, and until you can actually reach 20, 30, whatever many ad set you have. The goal here is to start turning off, of course, the ads that are not working, and so while you launch new ad set, you're going also to turn off the previous ad set that are already running in your account that are not working anymore. So they're spending at a ROAS which is basically below your target. And then here what you want to do, you want to identify some winning ads. What are winning ads? Winning ads are technically ads where the frequency is very low, and you can check all this number within the column within the ads manager. You check the frequency, make sure the frequency is low, they have a high return on spend, and they are the highest spender on the account. So these are the winning ads. And what you want to do, you want to take them, you want to duplicate them into a separate campaign, either a bid cap or a cost cap campaign that allows you to scale while maintaining a high return on the ad spend. This campaign doesn't necessarily help you to scale a lot, but it's going to maximize a lot your actual ad profit, because you can control the cost target that you're willing to spend in order to generate one conversion. So let's say your AOV is 60 and you have a target ROAS of 3. Cool, that means that you need to have a 20 CPA, because 20 times 3 is equal to 60, which is your AOV. So you need to have a cap, a bid cap or a cost cap of 20 in order to make a 3x ROAS. And if you just do this on Meta, basically telling Meta, spend money only if you can give me purchase for 20, otherwise you don't have to spend any money. And this is what happens with the bid cap, cost cap, that does the same thing, just like more spread across a longer period, not just on a single day basis. And this is how you can actually start scaling and maximizing your overall profits of the ads. And what you need to do once you have all the winning ads, you need to create a new campaign, either bid cap or cost cap campaign. You need to put all the winning ads inside a single ad set inside this bid cap or cost cap campaign, and you need to put between 8 to 15 ads inside. What you're gonna have here at this point, you're gonna have two different campaigns. One campaign which is the main campaign, which is the CBO campaign, split in different ad sets with different content inside, where you're going to test and also scale simultaneously your ads. And then you're gonna have another campaign which is a bid cap or cost cap control that is going to allow you to spend more on those days or in this period where there is more demand, and spend less when there is less demand. And so you can basically balance the ROAS, because what you want to do, you want to spend more money when there is more demand, technically a higher ROAS. You want to spend less money when there is less demand, technically at a lower ROAS. And by balancing this overall across a longer time frame, which is not like a daily or weekly, you're going to make sure that your ROAS stays above your target, while your ads also spend money, which is kind of a risk-free way to scale your brands, because you know, you have nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, Meta is not going to spend any budget on your ads. And that's basically it for this video, guys. If you have any question, feel free to let me know in the comment. I'll do my best to reply to everyone as usual. Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like to this video, and I'll see you in the next video.